Chelsea Football Club have legends, and John Obi Mikel might not be one of those. He might be a cult hero, but it looks like he's trying to earn the legendary status. Victor Osimhen to Chelsea is basically public knowledge. The way John Obi Mikel was talking on his podcast to Victor Osimhen, the quotes are crazy, the links are unreal, and John Obi went as far as saying, "I'm going to broker the deal." It's mad, honestly. If I'm Chelsea, I'm angry at John Obi Mikel. You've just inflated the fee tenfold. Then Cole Palmer gets an England call-up, and what the hell is going on with Raheem Sterling and Gareth Southgate? Because we need to talk about it. And the biggest problem that Chelsea have at this moment in time, and no one wants to talk about it, is the unrealistic expectations set on Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Let's break this down, let's enjoy it, let's get the international break started. Welcome to the Kavkas View, It's the night after a great performance. I'm not going to say a miraculous performance because we didn't win. It was a positive performance. There were so many good things to take away from it, so many talking points, and more importantly, constructive criticism that I gave in my match review. You can see it at the end of this video, it will be linked in. But before we get started, I need you lot to do me a massive favor, alright? You made it this far, I need you lot to hit the like button. We hit 1,000 likes yesterday, which was absolutely wonderful. I greatly appreciate that. But I also need the subscriptions to fly up a little bit. We've really been lacking, so what I need you lot to do is start sharing this video out. That share button down there, share it on your socials, get people watching the Kavkas View. It greatly help. Now let's move on with the stories. John Obi Mikel has recently started a podcast, and this podcast is amazing. Like, I don't say that lightly, purely based on the fact that I already consume so much football content that when it comes to Chelsea related content, I don't want to consume it because I do this for a living, basically. I talk about Chelsea for a living. I consistently listen to football. So seeing the stories that I consistently report on just makes me sick. Like, it's just too much. But John Obi Mikel's podcast is unreal. First, it was John Terry. Brilliant 2-hour-long interview. Then it was Frank Lampard, brilliant interview. And then it was Victor Osimhen. The reason I think John Obi Mikel's podcast is amazing is because, the man has no filter. They literally openly said, we didn't like Rafa, we got him sacked. AVB, Frank could not stand him, we got him out. Like, the transparency is crazy. Maybe some of the things are hyperbolic and some of the things are inflated. Maybe they're not true. Or maybe they're just true and we're just starting to see a side of a footballer that doesn't care what the outside world thinks. And he's saying exactly what happened. I love it. It's must-listen television. If you guys haven't watched John Obi Mikel's podcast, you need to go watch it. And Chelsea Football Club, there are certain segments in that boardroom are going to be fuming with John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel has Victor Osimhen sitting in a podcast. Victor Osimhen is at home, he's got the headphones in, he's chatting. He's basically recruiting him for Chelsea. He's like, you need to come to Chelsea. This needs to happen. The reality is, you're our next Didier Drogba. And Victor Osimhen not even giving it the whole, you know what, at this moment in time, I don't know. He's giving it the full, when I was younger, I had 2 jerseys. I had Manchester United, I had Chelsea. I love Didier Drogba. Me and my brothers used to watch YouTube videos of him. Then Obi Mikel just goes to the next level. John Obi just goes to the next level. He's like, in the summer, we need to get you here. I will broker the deal. I will be the agent on the deal. And the thing is, sometimes there's joking, but sometimes there's, this could actually happen. John Obi Mikel knows people at Chelsea Football Club actively. John Obi Mikel knows Victor Osimhen very well. If you hear the way Victor Osimhen spoke about John Obi Mikel, there's a lot of respect there. There's a lot of influence there. He said John Obi Mikel is somebody he looks up to. It's somebody that was an example when he was coming through the ranks. It's somebody that he views as an idol. So when John Obi Mikel saying, come to Chelsea, this is mad. Like, this is genuinely a possibility. I know a lot of people were talking about it and we were like, Napoli are going to ask for a crazy fee. He's got 12 months left on his deal. I don't think De Laurentiis is going to be crazy enough to ask for 150. And if he does, he might lose the asset for free. So Chelsea Football Club need to get the money aside. I'm even willing to say get a stopgap striker in January if needed, like an Olivier Giroud type of mold, right? Somebody that come in, back up Jackson and Broja, and then we can just go from there. And then in the summer, we go and get the number 9. We go get a Victor Osimhen. Or try get Osimhen in January. I highly doubt it. Honestly, if it's Osimhen or Tony, you guys know my opinion. It's Victor every single day of the week. But I want to hear your perspective. Mr. Cole Palmer, has been called up to the England squad. Cole Palmer has been an integral piece of England under-21s. When I tell you him and Noni Madueke have been the face of that team for a considerable period of time, they've won the under-21 tournament without conceding a goal. Cole Palmer played a big chunk of that tournament alongside Noni Madueke. However, Cole Palmer now has been called up to the England senior side after there has been a pullout in James Maddison. What does this mean? It means that Cole Palmer is going to be with the England squad, but it also means that a certain individual is not going to be playing. And this certain individual is called Raheem Sterling. Gareth Southgate was very open and very transparent in his essence and his explanations, right? He basically said there is no problem with Raheem Sterling. The door is always open, and not only for Raheem, for other players. Raheem just needs to perform. Raheem needs to be patient, and we know what he's capable of. Well, I need to ask you a question. Why on earth is Raheem Sterling at this moment in time not in the England squad? Is he playing well? He's playing very well. Is he better than the individuals that have been called up? Yeah, he's been called. Apart from Bukayo Saka, right, in that squad, who is a better winger for England than Raheem Sterling? With proven track record, Raheem Sterling is proven at international level. Raheem Sterling isn't past it, he's 28 years old. Raheem Sterling is playing well for his club. Raheem Sterling is better than some of the players that have been called up in those positions. You're trying to tell me Raheem Sterling isn't better than Marcus Rashford? Raheem Sterling is not better than Marcus Rashford. Raheem Sterling is not better than Jared Bowen. I am sorry, but this is favoritism. This is, in my opinion, explicit favoritism. And I've got no problem with favoritism, because at the end of the day, Gareth has got his guys and he's going to call them up. But be public with it. Say, look, we trust the squad that we have. The squad that we have is built up credit and is their shirt to lose. Don't give it, oh, everyone's got an opportunity to get in. It's a meritocracy. Everyone's here on merit. I pick players on form. Because the reality is, Henderson is playing in Saudi. Phillips is playing in nowhere. He's playing at the training ground. Yet Ruben Loftus-Cheek is smashing it in Milan. Tomori's smashing it in Milan, and yet he can't get on the pitch. So don't give me this nonsense, right, that it's based on merit. Raheem Sterling, it's really a shame that his England career has come down to this, because he's been phenomenal servant for that club. He's been at a country. He's been absolutely amazing. And now to see Jared Bowen ahead of him blows my mind. The final story we need to talk about is about Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. So I don't know what kind of games people watch, and I actually think a lot of people watch with agenda-driven verdicts, right? I think people watch the game and they want to see what they think prior to the game. So they don't actually analyze the game. People said Enzo Fernandez was poor yesterday. Like, let that sink in. Enzo Fernandez was poor, Moises Caicedo was carried, and the only person that was good in that midfield is Conor Gallagher. Like, that blows my mind, because realistically speaking, that's not the game I watched. Conor was amazing. I've got no criticism of Conor Gallagher. I thought Conor was absolutely phenomenal. But I also think there's become a little rhetoric now to downplay the two expensive players to uplift Conor Gallagher, when I don't think you need to do that. Conor's been very good, especially, I think what people don't understand when I say this is they view it as an attack at Conor Gallagher, but it's not. Conor Gallagher, for me, is a very good player to have in the squad, purely based on the fact big games come around, the ones the players want to play in. He needs to be on that team sheet. Manchester City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, the away tasks where you need to absolutely go to Villa. He needs to play. He gives you energy, he gives you urgency, he gives you stability, he gives you reliability. This player is phenomenal. But yesterday, Enzo's passing range was very good. We are playing against one of the best midfields. Caicedo done a very good job. What I think happens is, the fee has been paid that's so inflated. The fee that is paid is so stupid that people now have set unrealistic expectations. So unless they brought up a 9 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10 every week, Caicedo and Enzo can't have successful tenures. They're going to be deemed as flops. This is exactly what happened to Paul Pogba. The fee was so inflated that no matter what they done, the expectation was, well, you're meant to do this, or you're meant to perform to this level. And if they don't meet the unrealistic expectations, the expectation is, well, they're not earning up to their transfer value. And this is why I hate transfer value. Stop judging players based on transfer values, because it's not their fault that they have been bought for this one. Judge them on performance. But guys, that's the little rant over. This is the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed this. I hope you guys appreciate the content. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out. Have a lovely day.